down a little bit, give you guys an introduction to the new abilities and some of the weapons in the game. So we're going to do this in a little bit of a hacky way. Perry's going to sit here. He's going to spawn a couple enemies in. We're doing this kind of showing you a little peek behind the curtain. So, you know.
Yeah, you can't typically spawn in your own enemies when you're playing the game.
No.
We're just going to have some fun breaking the game a little bit just to do it.
So we want to do, what do we want to do? Ground slam? Kind of showcase that?
Let me hit them back first.
Okay.
But yeah, we can do a ground slam, the easiest and probably the best AoE sort of attack. You see as they go flying. Does a lot of damage to mobs.
Yes, it's kind of a crowd control power. And the higher up you are, the more damage you do.
Then we can do the vortex, which is my favorite, which is kind of sucks them into this thing here, and then they go flying in the air, and you can shoot them, and then they'll also go flying. Then another good one, we got Shatter. That will shatter them to pieces.
Sure.
It's my favorite. Yeah, that's a good one. And then we can do, show you another good defensive one. Go up against somebody with a rocket, toss up a barrier, and then hits the barrier, and you're good to go.
Deflection.
And then when you upgrade that, it kind of turns into an offensive weapon. So there's a lot of upgrades in this game, right, Tim? Like you can upgrade each ability, each weapon yourself.
Yeah, so when you play through Rage 2, if you notice that the enemies will drop these little blue crystals, that's Feltrite. So you collect the Feltrite, and you can spin that on upgrading your abilities like cooldown, effective range, damage. And also all the weapons and items are upgradable. So there is really a deep path to your upgrade tree in the game.
Awesome.
And we just saw one of your favorite upgrades to the wing stick.
Yes, the grinding wing
The
stick.
grinding, which
So-
is just
that was
devastating.
the multiple strike.
Yeah, that's
yes.
good.
So the wing stick, again, you can straightforward or you can lock on. You can grind enemies, which I love. And then you can do the multiple targets and explosive. Very cool. You know, one of the things that we really tried to work into the combat, and it's the cornerstone of the abilities, is getting you, the player, into the action. You know, the main list of abilities, as you can see, move you close into the fight. And that's very kind of id Software style, getting you into the action, that push forward combat that we love so much.
But what's fun is that being able to do that push forward combat in the open world allows you to go up to a cliff and basically shove an enemy right off of it too.
Yes, which is so much fun.
Super satisfying.
So those are some of the core abilities. We want to showcase some of the new toys, the weapons.
Yeah, sure. So the AR is pretty versatile, self-explanatory. The shotgun, you know, obviously has a nice hip-fire classic shotgun, but this one also, if you aim down the sights, does kind of an energy wave type thing that sends them flying, breaks through their armor. Rocket launcher, really cool, you know. Nice explosions, but the cool thing about that is if you do some combos with it, so we can throw a vortex grenade down, and then it'll track while they're in the air. You can blow them up that way and sort of play with your enemies like that. Then we have the one that's almost too fun to use, hard to put away sometimes, is the grav dart launcher. Fill them up with these gravity pellets, and then you can send them in the air.
I love that gun so
Are they going to be
much.
okay?
You know, we'll find. No.
Okay.
Very much not.
Just was curious. I didn't know.
And going back to with the rocket launcher, you fill them up with some pellets again, then send them in the air, and then hit them with a rocket if it'll target them. So they went too high. That's how powerful it is. We'll do one more. Let's try single.
So the more you tag them, basically, the higher up they go.
Yeah.
There we go.
It's just overkill the game.
Yeah.
Do you have the Firestorm revolver?
Yeah. So that one is also pretty good. So just by itself, we can just show you what it does. So you hit them with these like explosive incendiary pellets, snap your fingers,
The Thanos snap.
and
So you
then
really
they,
can kill enemies in a snap, I guess.
It's a snap.
Yeah.
And the fun thing to do as well is if you combo the abilities and the weapons. So if we get another enemy in here, Dumb Goon, if we do something like put a vortex grenade down, then hit him with a few pellets, then send him up, and then snap.
Little
And it
charred
was just like
skeleton.
a
Yeah.
like a hard thud.
I know. He's looking all right.
Oh.
So that's the fun thing. It's kind of figuring out the best combos with all the weapons and just seeing what you can do and really playing with your food, so to speak.
Some
God.
folks from chat want to know what's the game engine we're using, and it's actually the Avalanche engine, correct?
Yes, yes. This is the Avalanche Apex engine.
Yep.
It's they've been working on this technology for a while. It's powered some of their other games, and it really allows us to make a true open world game with no level loads between the first person action areas and your open world exploration areas.
Just go to all the biomes you want to, and
Yep.
no load.
It's all seamless, and it looks so pretty.
Yep.
Yes. And as you can see, like I said, we really wanted the game to look different from the original game, and this is a great location to showcase that. We have some unique vegetation. We have the mist and the blue sky, and it has a raised look, but it's not, 50 Shades of Brown.
Yep.
And a really nice day and night cycle too. So as you're driving through the wasteland, you're gonna, encounter the different biomes with like nighttime and seeing.
I love driving
Yeah.
through the world at night, especially
really
when you
nice.
drive up to a place like Wellspring where it's just decked out in the neon signs and it's just really, really pretty.
Yeah.
Or at sunset and everything just goes that beautiful sunset shade of pink and orange and it's really nice.
Yes, sunset's definitely my favorite time as well.
So I guess now that we kind of gave them a taste of the weapons and abilities, do we want to jump into kind of an outpost takedown?
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's put it all together basically and visit an outpost and see if we can take down some bad guys.
So we'll go up here to Rash River, which it's pretty cool, pretty nice playground.
How are you going to get there?
We want to talk about the diversity in vehicles, Tim?
So one of the things that we're really proud of in Rage 2 is, of course we have the Phoenix, which is really cool. But as you see Perry go through our garage, you can see all the vehicles that you can spawn in. Now, the trick is you have to steal these vehicles and return them to one of the cities to unlock them in your garage. And we have tanks, we have monster trucks, which I love. We even have a hover boat. And I think I can take the gyrocopter, our flying vehicle. Is that what you're going to use, or
No, let's take the monster truck.
monster truck?
Want to do
Yeah.
monster truck?
Yeah, let's do
Yes.
monster truck.
Okay.
We should know, I know we talked about this yesterday, but the Phoenix is your vehicle and it's voiced by Linda Carter.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
we had the privilege of working with Miss Wonder Woman herself, and she gave a lot of personality and flair to the Phoenix.
Yeah.
It makes you form a relationship with your vehicle that I didn't think I'd ever have.
Not since
I
Knight
guess-
Rider.
I mean, now my car in real life has a name. It's not Linda though.
What is it?
It's Jonathan.
Okay.
My car's name is Jonathan.
That's cool.
Convoy.
I named him after Jonathan Goodwin. So.
Oh,
Not equipped to hit that.
So you'll be driving around and these convoys will come by, and if you want to engage with them, you can.
yeah, he was very smart to sidestep that convoy.
Well, that would be embarrassing if you got taken down.
I did watch somebody try and take on a convoy with the monster truck earlier today at the demo stations, and I
awesome.
was like, good luck. Not as heavily weaponized as your Phoenix is for sure.
Yeah.
So as you saw when Perry drove by that little gang of bandits there, so in the whole world, all those encounters are dynamic. So you may run across a roadblock, you may run across a bandit tribe, or like a group of bandits, or mutant tribe, or a group of bandits that will shoot at you. So
Or-
you have to always be careful.
Racers. There are a bunch of people who want to try and challenge you to races while you're out in the world.
Yes.
And the way that system works is really interesting too.
Yeah, you just honk at them, and a race starts, and you can compete. And if you win the race, you win that vehicle.
But all of the tracks are dynamically created based on where you are in the world.
Yes.
So you can start a race anywhere, and it just creates the track instantly. That's really cool.
So we're over in the River Hog area. Was this?
River
yes,
Hog,
sorry,
yeah.
the River Hog area, and you can tell that these bandits will fight differently than the Immortal Shrouded or the Goon Squad.
Oh. Never gets old. So hard to put away.
What would you say the River Hog style is?
They like the bum rush, and they're heavily armored. Especially
Except when they're not and they're like mostly naked.
yeah, they have really tough skin.
But they do have those big guys with the shields and something that we're gonna see in just a minute here, I think. So I'm not gonna spoil it.
Perry is so good at playing. I joke that if you buy the special edition, it comes with a Perry in the box.
Yeah, we should note that like there are different difficulty settings as well. Like you can really make this a challenge. But he's just exceptionally good at this game. This is not what it looks like.
Makes me feel bad about myself.
Yeah.
Which is fun for me.
Now we got the junk mech.
Oh God.
Uh-oh.
There it is.
There it is. The redneck mech.
Oh.
Now with him, best thing to do is to avoid most of the fire. But he's kind of got these weak spots that you have to hit.
So there is some strategy to it.
Yeah, it's a lot of dodging.
I mean, he does look like something that a man with too much time and access to a junkyard might make.
With a twisted sense of yes. So he's using the pulse cannon now, which you have to regulate the rate of fire based on the temperature. So it's kind of this balance act. By keeping it right in the edge of overheating, you actually get the most damage.
Do you have a favorite weapon?
Yeah, I mean, well, the grab gun is awesome.
Yeah.
But I still love the wing stick. I'm an old school wing stick. As you can tell by my wing stick skills in real life.
In real life, you've worked to become a wing stick master.
Yes.
So that's impressive. What about you, Jason? Do you have a favorite weapon?
I don't know. Sometimes I feel like just the shotgun is just so, like that satisfying power of a shotgun.
I love the alt fire
Yeah.
for the shotgun. It's great.
Yeah, it's really impressive.
I think mine's the Firestorm revolver though, and only because I love the drama of the snap.
Yeah.
It's very good.
And that the Firestorm revolver is actually one of the more difficult weapons to find because it's in an arc that is in contested territory between the Immortal Shrouded and the Riverhawks. So you got to take out 2 bandit squads before you can even get into that arc.
Which is not easy.
Which is not easy, definitely.
So for them, it's got to just be a territory squabble thing because neither of them can open the arc. They just want it because the other one wants it.
Exactly, yes.
All right.
They know it's valuable.
Sure.
Someone wanted to know if this is exclusive for PC. Is on the Bethesda launcher. It's also on Steam.
Yeah, it is on Steam.
It's on Steam and
On both.
so Perry here just unlocked an arc chest. Arc chests are like full-size arcs, and they contain vehicle upgrades, weapon upgrades, nanotroid upgrades.
Okay.
So definitely search around all the areas and look for those arc chests.
And I think you can even buy arc chest maps at certain vendors.
Yes.
In towns and just kind of around the world.
Yes, yeah. If you're not good at finding them, you can buy the map.
I mean, some of us need a little help.
So can you talk a little bit about what you're doing right now?
I love that upgrade.
Because that wasn't
that's-
just a sprint.
Right, that's rush. So that's really good if you want to get to point A to point B really fast or get through a bunch of enemies and make sure they don't see you because you kind of go invisible. So there's a sprint and then there's that. So you kind of get this cloaking ability on and kind of hit
Looks like
double
he's
time.
driving.
It does kind of look like he's driving a little invisible car.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So we're going to go up the road a little bit.
Let's try the Abaddon Sanctum.
Yeah,
We're going to try a different vehicle out.
that's a good idea. Let's do...
Let's see.
One of the tanks, maybe?
We can do the tank.
The Goon tank is my favorite. I like it more than the Immortal Shrouded tank. Some of all the crazy stuff that they welded on.
I really like their base level vehicle with all the mannequins strapped to the top of it.
Yeah.
Because why not?
Because why not?
So So are we heading to that arc, or are we heading to that outpost?
The Abaddon Sanctum.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Gonna fight some mutants.
I don't know if this is the best place to take this.
Do you like how he power slid in the tank?
Yeah, that's skillful. So it's going to
Not
always
good
show
terrain
you
for
on
a
the
tank.
road the best way to get there.
Too thin.
Yeah.
Even if it's through some
Should have went with
brush.
the bike. Here's where rush comes in handy.
This area is so beautiful.
Uh-oh. There it goes.
This way. Here we go.
Guess you want to talk a little bit about the Abaddons and
Yeah, so the Abaddon mutants have actually evolved from your kind of basic mutant in the original Rage. So they're a little smarter. We actually have some lore, some fiction around, their genesis and, that they worship Nicholas Rain as the death god. And this is really a great example of, seamlessly moving out from driving tank in the wasteland into a very kind of id Software style, kind of, for lack of a better word, corridor shooter.
definitely has like those Doom vibes.
Yes, yes.
Yesterday, somebody asked if there were still going to be like underground areas of the game, and yes, there are.
Right here. And his overdrive, there you go. So Perry just went into overdrive. The faster you take out your enemies, and the quicker that you pick up the Feltrite, that will recharge and your overdrive meter. And once that's full, you can go to overdrive, which makes you more powerful, makes you move faster, gives you some health, and it makes your weapons more powerful.
I don't know. Let's make this fun. We'll use the.
One of the things that I encourage people to do is,
Smelt them a
like
little
Perry is doing, use your abilities in combination together with your weapons and your items. That's really where the game shines. And that's when you can do amazing things like he's doing right now.
Nice.
Get out of my way for a second.
What is that big mutant?
Yes, that's one of our big super mutants. He's got a big Gatling gun, and he's always surrounded by other mutants that will rush you. So he'll lay down some heavy fire.
He has some heavy dude. Like, is he launching a bunch of grenades at you, or what was
Well,
he, what was he doing?
it's like a Gatling gun. It's
Oh,
a heavy
okay.
powered machine gun. And then, of course, so he has a weapon core mod. The weapon core mods, along with the Feltrite, are critical to upgrading, of course, your weapons.
You able to use that weapon core mod, or are you fully upgraded
And
on
what's
the
also
shotgun?
interesting is that, remember how I talked about the 3 characters that you worked with?
I think I'm
so
already maxed
each of
out.
those characters, when you complete activities in the world, like you take out a mutant nest or a convoy, you will help one of those 3 characters, and through that help, you'll upgrade their progression tree.
And this particular mission that he's on right now is actually a mission to find a ranger that went missing in the wasteland. And I don't think Ranger Baker made it, because I'm pretty sure that's his torso.
Oh, but you found intel over him.
Yeah, we
weapon
found
core.
something.
So there's a little bit
And I
left.
think it's Baker's guts.
Well, it took guts to go down the tunnel, I guess. Right?
Yeah, so,
And the tunnel took his guts.
so as you can see, this was a Glossier activity.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks, laugh track.
Thanks for the laugh track.
And once completing that activity, you earn points for Cavassier, and you saw where it says +3 project points.
Yep.
Well, you can take those project points and you can go into your projects tab, and then you can upgrade specific upgrades or abilities based
Yeah,
on
actually,
which character.
That's something that we didn't really get a chance to talk about yesterday. Perry, can we look through a couple of those upgrades really quick, just to see between your project upgrades, your weapon upgrades, your nanotrite upgrades. Like, there are a lot of different options.
Yeah, and paths to go through.
So this is a tree, and as you can see, there's 4 tiers, and then once you unlock projects on the preceding tier, it allows you access to the next one. So if you're you want more items to carry, or you want to reload faster, you can find kind of a tree that you can move down and you can upgrade.
Obviously, Lusum's tree is the one with all the wing stick upgrades.
Right.
Definitely.
Man, there's all kinds, and it completely changes the game the more you get. Just like the wing stick thing, it's really cool to be able to hit 3 or 4 enemies with one, or explode a whole group just with one. So it's fun to go hunting around for the pieces that you need to upgrade these things.
Very cool.
So I think we have time to hit like one more set of arc. We've talked a little bit about that
okay.
early on, but we
You
haven't
just
really
want
shown
to
it.
take the gyrocopter over there, maybe?
We're not that far. This is the closest arc right here. We'll just go to that one. We can maybe take a different vehicle, though.
Is it the Phoenix?
What should we take? These are pretty cool.
Your pick. You can choose, Barry.
Let's just do the Devastator.
Okay.
It's the Immortal Shrouded, one of their vehicles. Pretty cool looking.
We did talk about this a little bit yesterday when we were talking about some of the different factions. Obviously, the Riverhogs are a little bit more ramshackle, a lot of like junk equipment, basically, stuff that they've kind of scrapped together. The Goonhogs are just wild and crazy guys. They are very eccentric, love their graffiti. The Immortal Shrouded are incredibly militaristic. They are, well, they're shrouded. They never actually reveal their faces. They work out a lot.
And they have cloaking abilities,
And
too.
they have super cool cloaking abilities, and they can deflect your bullets with their swords.
Yeah.
So, obviously, they're the best faction.
And they're the toughest.
Yes.
If it's early in the game and you happen to come across an Immortal Shrouded base and you don't have the upgrades, you may want to think twice about taking them out.
Maybe wait a little bit, mark it, put a pin in it, and come back later.
Yeah. So as you can see, there's an arc here, which is kind of, there's a battle between some authority mutants. So what you need to do is you need to clear out all the enemies before you can unlock that arc,
Including that guy.
including the Cyber Crusher.
Because he's a lot bigger than the rest of them. They seemed, not too difficult, but
Yes, a good rule of thumb is whenever you see a health meter, you know it's a tough boss battle.
Yeah.
also good rule of thumb with this game, whenever you see something glowing and blue, maybe aim for that.
Look for the weak points.
Aim for that.
They often glow.
It's a good tip.
I mean, that's kind of one of the #1 rules of games, always aim for the glowing weak points.
That and shoot the red barrels.
Shoot the red
Shoot the
barrels.
red barrel.
Always
Or
shoot the red barrel.
Use your focus to blow them up with your mind.
Yes.
Right, that's true too. Let's see that.
Oh, close.
A few more. Don't have any rockets left. That's not good. It's never good when you run out of rockets. But hopefully,
Oh,
I'm good.
Dash.
I'm good.
Got a dash.
All right, let's get this one done. There's one side.
All right, one more side left.
Close. Keeps hurting me with that laser.
Almost got him.
So if he had, his overdrive meter is almost full, but if that was full, and as soon as Cyber Crusher goes into the weak state, hit overdrive, you know, you usually almost take out both of those and knock him off pretty quick.
Nice.
There we go.
All right.
Now
Almost.
Now it's just raw damage.
Now we got his brain out. Thought he was gonna jump. There we go.
Got him.
Nice.
I will say though, for being such a big guy, he's very agile.
Yeah.
And he can jump real far.
That's some authority technology there.
Nicely done.
Kind of feel bad for him though.
So once you clear out the area, you can actually open up the arc using focus.
Yes.
You can probably grab it and go to the mutant that's nearby and make sure
Yeah.
I don't know that we want to spoil what exactly is in all of the arcs though, so maybe we just
Yeah.
leave it?
Got a little bit of time.
Yeah?
Maybe we'll grab it.
Yeah, it's up to you.
Show off the hyper cannon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure. Come on. There we go.
There he goes. So yeah, as Tim mentioned, in all of these arcs, you're going to find different weapons and abilities. So as you play the game, your arsenal becomes bigger and bigger. And you know, learning how to master the combos of putting these things together is where the fun really happens in the Wasteland.
And every time you get something from one of these arcs, you go to one of these kind of tutorial areas
Right.
where it'll teach you exactly how to use it and fun tricks for it. Like with the hyper cannon where it just plows through multiple people.
Exactly, all in one shot.
So, funny story. We were lucky enough to have our faces scanned to be characters in the game.
Yep.
And our senior producer that works on the project with me at Bethesda, he had his head scanned. And they've actually used him for all these guys here. So there's like tearing them apart and all the
So every
virtual
time you were
rooms.
mad at him, you just
He
went
just
into a
loads of
tutorial.
stuff.
Just go into a
Nice.
tutorial.
So
He's
that
like,
means
why me?
when people play the game, they actually should be looking for you, right?
I have a small cameo,
Yes, you
my
do.
face.
A small but glorious cameo.
It is memorable. It is very memorable.
If you find him, you know what? If you find Tim in the Wasteland, hit up the Rage Twitter account
Yeah,
with
let
your
us know.
screen of him because he is
Special.
really something special.
You guys are bad.
Hey, you had to have signed off on it, so
So I guess we can show it off in action a little bit, just like a mutant nest over here. Probably can show off the hyper cannon.
Yeah, it's pretty devastating.
It's actually one of the only like long-range weapons in the game.
Yeah. So we have no classic sniper rifle, and because we really want to encourage you, like I said before, to get you into the action, because that's where it's the most fun. But of course, it would not be an id Software game without some type of railgun-like weapon.
sure.
And this one is definitely a ton of fun. But as you saw, we have to take out a Cyber Crusher in order to get it.
Someone said there's no way he's playing with the controller. No, he really is.
He really is.
He's that good.
He's that good.
It's an elite controller.
We
Got a
can-
caveat with that.
Yes.
Yeah, if it was me, it wouldn't look so good. But yeah, Harry's able to play super fast, and it's incredible.
It's a lot of practice.
He's far better than us on the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go back to the favorite or one of these.
I do love the way the Abaddon mutants move and how they interact with their surroundings. Like that one that just jumped and crawled along the wall and then jumped out
Yeah,
at
like
you.
like fast spiders that are chasing after you.
Well, now I hate them. Thank you.
And now his overdrive is full too.
Messed up.
Here we go.
Oh wow.
Oh, those poor little mutants.
The Graptar launcher does have a lot of super useful applications, though. Whether you're launching, explosive barrels into crowds of enemies, or tossing them into the sky, or tossing them into each other.
Yeah.
Like there are a lot of a lot of incredibly mean things that you can do with that gun.
Yeah, it's
And
not,
you
it's
see
not
how fast he had overdrive again?
Yeah.
Because he has the 10x multiplier. So the faster you take down your enemies, and the faster you pick up that belt drive, the faster that will charge. And you
It's
can
like a
keep
loop,
that loop
yeah.
going, yeah. And you got an upgrade.
cool. Well, yeah, I think we showed a lot of the game. I don't know if we want to spoil anything else. So we'll probably end this session right here, but hopefully you guys got like a good peek at everything that we